All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monza with Green White Checker here, Green White Checker TV here tonight with the Area 51 Racing League. Fun race tonight. Gonna be putting on just have some guys having some fun this evening at the Monza Oval before we kick off our 10 race, or sorry, 10 race, our 3 race playoff. Had some schedule hiccups, so. Drivers were all very generous and kind to open up their schedules and basically have this one just be a fun run, and then next week they'll kick off the round number 1 of the Superspeedway 3 race playoff, with those top 8 going to be vying for those top 4 spots after the 2 races, and of course then that 3rd race, final 4, going to be racing it out for that season 7 championship. So if you've been watching during practice, this is a very narrow and high banked oval here at Monza, roughly about 2.6 miles. It's going to be a 45-minute timed race this evening. Damage is off, cautions are off, just admin controlled. I was saying I might play a role in that as well. If there's any big incidents, I'll go ahead and throw a yellow to kind of get the field bunch back up. And also try to get drivers that may be trapped a lap down, get them waved around so they can get back after it as well. So just all in the name of fun here. Saying you never know. I mean, this could wind up something that they find that this is a good track to race at, have some fun. Maybe this winds up on the schedule, like we saw the iRacing Superspeedway get added to this to the rotation as well. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Should be pretty wild here tonight. And yeah, hopefully you all enjoy it, and we'll get things underway here in just a moment. Again, it's going to be a small field here tonight. Kevin Freeze is going to grab pole position, though. Raymond Rittenhour second. You got Gabe Butler in third. Randy Miner in fourth. In fifth, you got Quabi Brooks, Charles Johnson sixth. Matt Wagner seventh. Eric Laurie in eighth. And then ninth on back, you got Michael Spell, Dean Wilkinson, and Bud Steele. Saying some of these drivers that may not actually be in the server this evening. Matt Quick, I know he had to step out. So unfortunately, he wasn't aware of that. He had to bail. He was at the race at Kansas, had to bail out quickly to try to be here in time. Wasn't aware of the schedule change, unfortunately. So Matt, apologies again for that, man. And so obviously I'm not racing in this one as well. And then you got James Ledford there, Robbie Richards, and Todd Siebels. So I think right now we got about 13... I think 12 to 13 cars, maybe even 14 possibly, that are being taking part in tonight's event, though. So it should be a lot of fun. And so going along with that approach here, we're we're going to jump over and grab our pole sitter in that number 25 of Kevin Freeze. So while we have some time here, Kevin, I know we were talking a little bit during practice and fun race tonight, but obviously you still want to have fun and do well in this thing, still be competitive. But so I mean, compare this track to what we're used to seeing you guys run with the two plate races at Daytona Talladega and of course iRacing Superspeedway. How's this one compare for you guys?
It's probably closest to iRacing, except there's a whole lot less grip. It's very bumpy, and it's a lot of fun.
Any thoughts on trying to petition to get this one onto the schedule full time in a future season?
Oh, that would be a blast, but people might then you have to take it serious, so that might not be as much fun.
Yeah, that's a good point. Obviously a lot of fun being had in practice. So say a 45-minute race here. So we'll let you guys get to it, have some fun, and hopefully we'll be bugging you a little later on here tonight.
Sounds good. Enjoy it.
All right, that's our pole sitter in that 25, Kevin Freeze. It looks like Randy Miner, he's opting to start from the pit lane. He's going for the safe approach here tonight. So it does look like 13 drivers taking grid this evening. So we'll have 12 on track, 1 starting from the pits. And so we're gonna see what we've got in store for us tonight. Bud Steele, he was showing me the art of making, you can have a little jump right here, should you choose to, off the hill right there, right before that tire barriers. And if you hit it right, you can land it and get back on all 4 wheels and keep going. So we'll see if that comes into play or not tonight. We're joking around that should become like the Joker lap for somebody this evening, or for all the drivers, I should say, for a lap this evening. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, these guys just going to have some fun tonight. Again, 45 minutes is going to be the race tonight. Cautions are off, damage is off, so these guys are just be able to pretty much go full tilt, have at it. Like I said, if there's a really big incident, we'll go ahead and throw a yellow. But for now, we're just going to see how things go. And I have a feeling we'll throw a yellow at some point to kind of pack the field back up and let them kind of just go for a big run at the end there. Alright, so pace car coming out of turn number 4. We'll see that car head into the pits here in just a moment. That's going to hand it over to our front row of Kevin Freeze and Raymond Rittenauer as they come down the front stretch, wait for that green flag to fly. And we are underway here at Monza. Again, going to be a 45-minute lap, or 45-minute race, I should say, tonight. And we'll see what the lap times kind of bring for race distance here tonight as they head into turn 1 for the first time. Kevin just holding on to the top spot, getting a big push from that one of Gabe Butler down the back here. Clears Raymond Rittenauer. You see it on the outside, Charles Johnson. He's going to try to make a move up top here. But right now, they're saying this is when you really want to stay single file through the turns. Like I said, it's a very narrow but very high bank track, so it's a pretty tricky one to manage here. But so far, it looks like their driver's going to get through lap 1 here nice and clean at Monza. Oh, I'm sorry to say, unfortunately, we have one driver not able to race tonight due to some difficulties with iRacing itself. Unfortunate, but definitely, hopefully, there's a time to have the issues. I think it'd be on the fun races, that way get you squared away and get you back into things for the points races coming up again soon. So, but yeah, look forward to definitely catching again here when you get the opportunity. As I say that, Kevin Freeze, he's going for a wild ride. I think he's going to get thrown into the pits there. And he is, and I think he got also the 45 of Todd Siebels. I think Todd also had to get, actually looks like he's still trying to gather back up here. Let's go see what happened to Kevin there, because that was a wild ride for that 16 car, or sorry, the 25 car, apologies. Not sure if that's a bump gone wrong, but we got a handful of drivers in the pits here. And it looks like, oh yeah, I think Gabe just hooked the left rear a little bit. And then from there you see him just go flying, gets thrown out off the track there. And then I think there was also some stuff that happened a little further down because let's say I saw Bud Steele. Oh yeah, we had a big checkup. Looks like Robbie Richards and Bud Steele both big hits for both of those guys as well. And say it looks like Bud able to get back on his wheels. So we'll jump back current though. And I'll say so we'll have to see. Well, let's say this might be one of those situations. Might be one that's going to be worth throwing a yellow at some point here. I'll say well I want to get everybody. I say we'll let everybody get kind of back out on track, and then we'll go ahead and get that yellow thrown to start getting some laps back. But right now we're gonna keep things going as we got a battle for the lead. Charles Johnson trying to work over that one of Gabe Butler. I say see if we can get Charles to the point here in that 9 machine. So far, Gabe's able to hold on here, and it looks like all cars are back out on track. As you see Gabe taking out the bollards there on the outside there. Like I said, these guys are just going to have some fun tonight, so that's exactly what you saw right there. So what we're going to do is we'll let, see Raymond catch the wall there a little bit on the entry. I'll say right now we're going to let these guys go just a little bit further here, maybe try to get to about lap 10 or so. We'll throw that first yellow and say right now we got 2 drivers 1 lap down, Kevin Freeze, Robbie Richards. We'll definitely get both of them back into the mix here. But say right now we'll go ahead and keep these guys out here again. I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure what the fuel window is either. But yeah, right now we still do have all 13 on the track here. Oh, big crash in the back there. There's 55 Dean Wilkinson, Raymond Rittenauer in there as well. And I believe you're going to see the 101 here. Randy Miner's going to be coming through. He's going to try to get clear of it all. Let's see how this one came about. Oh, it was actually contact between Eric Laurie and Raymond Rittenauer, and unfortunately Raymond got into it. See, Quabi Brooks actually, he got a little piece of that as well in the 53 car. It looks like he was able to keep going as well. So looks like everybody's able to get moving again here though. So we still are, like I said, we're still keeping it green for the moment. Gabe Butler still up front. You see field starting to spread out just that little bit here. I'm saying again, it's a 45-minute race. We're only 40 minutes into this one. So like I said, what I think we'll do is we'll throw that caution here around either lap 10 or maybe at the 35-minute mark. For sure before they catch that 16 of Robbie Richards to put him 2 down. Want to make sure we get everybody back onto the lead lap. As you see again, they're still taking out the cones here, or bollards I guess you should call them. But yeah, these guys again just having a good time here tonight. That was exactly what we were going for, and so far it looks like they're definitely kind of keeping to that same thought right now. Yeah, Kevin definitely. I mean, when you get kind of insta reset, you know you went with a big wreck there. So let's say our pole sitter, say right now, unfortunately in 12th, but again he'll be back in the mix of this one here as soon as I said we'll get everybody back on the lead lap here under this first yellow. So right now we're on lap 7. I'm going to start lap number 8. So I think we'll do is we'll wait till about that 35-minute mark, get about 10 laps in, and then throw the yellow. Say because I have a feeling this caution's going to run a little long. And then get them right back out, and we'll get that 25 and the 16 back onto the lead lap. So you see all the main guys here up in that front group. As I say, that Matt Wagner, he has a moment. Quabi Brooks has the point. I think Michael Spell also looks like they may have had contact with one another to have that happen. Let's go see what. Oh no, as they make some more contact, I'll show you that as well here. So as I say, coming into the turn, so it looks like it actually may have started with, actually no, it was Eric Laurie on the apron basically there. And so I think he's going to come into the path of that 11 of Matt Wagner here. We'll take a look. Yeah, contact between the 2 of them, and then more contact between those 2. I say Matt actually really great save by him. You see Quabi Brooks' quick reaction to jump away from there. But then as Michael Spell tries to get that car back out on track here, you see that car coming right around the turn here. That's the 101. He gets clipped there. And he goes for a ride there, but almost stuck the landing. Does a barrel roll down the backstretch, gets on his wheels, grabs a gear, and I think is back driving again. So great job by Randy Miner to keep that car in one piece there. So right now, the field really starting to spread out here now with everything that's going on. Got 3 cars out up front. Colby Brooks in 4th, a ways off the back here. So these guys are definitely getting really spread out right now. Still just a 2-1 down right now. So we'll definitely be throwing this caution here in just about another 2.5 minutes. Pending if anything else big happens, I definitely want to throw out before anybody gets put 2 down for sure though. For those that are trapped right now, Kevin Fries, you see him, he's working with Raymond Rittenauer. They're definitely making some decent lap times with the 2 of them here as well. Michael Spell just behind them in the 88. Michael also still on the lead lap as well. And we mentioned that 101, we just saw the ride he took. He's still holding on as well on right now, last car on that lead lap. It looks like track workers keep putting those bollards back up, but these drivers keep knocking them back down. So I think that track worker that's working on those is going to be very busy this evening here. Right now we have started lap number 11 of 56 is the scheduled distance. Right now we're at 36:30 left on time. So like I mentioned, 1.5 minutes or so. What I'll do is I'll throw that yellow. What we'll do is we're going to throw it right after they cross the finish line. So that'll allow the field more time to catch back up. And kind of be able to get it resorted here for the to make sure everybody gets back on the lead lap. I want to make sure that everybody's able to get back into contention here. Like I said, we're all in this one for fun. So lap times are in about the 48-second bracket. So we're crossing here with 36 to go, pretty much on the dot. So what we'll do is this next time by, once they cross that start finish line entering turn 1, we'll throw that yellow, and then we will get the field caught back up. We'll get Kevin Fries, Robbie Richards back on the lead lap, and then see if they want to make some pit stops and let them have right back at it again. It's almost like Eric knows that this is going to be the caution lap. He is fighting to try to be that leader at the yellow here as they come through 3 and 4. They are door to door off the turn, saying they're actually catching that 101, so this will be a good time to do so. As they come across here, I want to say the start finish line was a little further. I think it's going to be right there, so we'll let them get through 3 and 4, or through 1 and 2, just to make sure we don't slow them down at a bad spot. And then we are going to throw that caution here under this first yellow. Now I got to make sure if the yellow came out here. And it does not look like the caution has come out, so I'm gonna have to do. You'll see a little bit of a little different view here, so I'm gonna try to do something a little different to get it to actually throw. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do here is then I'm gonna jump over and try to grab an admin. Where's our Matt Wagner? Gonna bring in Matt Wagner in that 11 car. Matt, I tried throwing a yellow. It's not letting me. I want to see if maybe you have the opportunity or ability to do so, because unfortunately I'm not able to throw it here, sir. Yep, if you can. I was about to throw it. I couldn't, so I'll let you give it a try here. All right, there we go. Caution is out. Matt Wagner able to throw it, so appreciate it, Matt. And then so we might need your help as well. Says I'm not sure why I'm not having the abilities here. But do want to see about making sure we get Kevin Fries and Robbie Richards back on the lead lap, and then we will bug you here in a little bit. And yeah, it's been a wild one so far. So we'll get you back over with those guys, and we'll get things going here. All right, so Matt Wagner able to do the admin commands. You see the pace car Holland there trying to get caught up to everybody. Now you see the field all starting to catch up to the back of the pace car here down the backstretch. Like I said, this will be our first yellow of the evening. Don't plan on trying to throw too many of them. Just want to try to get everybody back into the mix here. So yeah, so we'll have to see how all that's going to play out. But I just saw, oh, Randy Miner, actually, he had to take a tow there out of turn number 4. This might put him in a potentially bad spot as well. So we'll take a look and see how that's all going to pan out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab, again, our pole sitter in that 25 of Kevin Freeze. And I'll say we'll let him catch up to the back here. And I think Kevin's just about to catch back to the field here, Kevin. So, unfortunately, you went for quite the ride there. I think a bump gone wrong there. So I guess the first question is, were you able to, or does it show you as the lucky dog? Okay. Yeah, right now it shows you and Robbie Richards both one down. You're ahead of Robbie, so that's why I want to make sure we get both of you back on the lead lap. So I tried throwing yellow earlier, it wasn't letting me, so I got Matt to get it thrown there. So we've got everybody pretty spread out here. So we'll get it worked out, though. We'll get you back out on track on the lead lap along with Robbie and possibly the other guys. But yeah, so for the craziness of things, how's it been so far? Alright, well, we'll get everything sorted out here. Looks like the 16, I think he just got waved around. I'll say once you get your service, I think you'll be able to as well. And then I'll say get back after it and go have some more fun. Yeah, I believe I should have admin rights. Well, something we had set up here at the beginning, but I wonder if since I never actually joined the server or joined the track, maybe that's part of it as well. You see Kevin Freeze, though, he's getting the wave around now, trying to get back on the lead lap. I think I saw the 16, Robbie Richards. He's going to hit pit road as well. So I think that's going to be everybody right now except for Randy Miner. Randy's still in the pits here in that number 101 machine. You see him there in pit road. So he'll still need to get his wave around as well, but right now, though, with the caution coming out, it's going to cycle Charles Johnson back to the front. I said that's the nice part is we've got. So even though I couldn't make some of the stuff happen, we still got some good guys out here that'll be able to definitely kind of help things out. Say lights are still on the pace car that way. I say that's good because actually I just see now Randy Miner leaving the pits, so we'll need to get him a lap back as well. As you see the 55 here, Dean Wilkinson, he's taking out all those. So you gotta be careful. He's gonna get him stuck to the nose of that car. He's gonna start overheating in that 55 car. You see the one actually kind of stuck to his to that right front fender in the 55 car. It'd be pretty funny to see how that thing reacts to it. But right now that car definitely has some parts sticking inside of it right here. Yeah, it looks like Matt's got everything under control. He's doing a great job as an admin, helping get drivers all situated here. I'll say we are on the 1 to green, so you do see the 101. He's still working on catching the back of the field. I'm guessing he's going to try to see if he can swing around the cars here. So he's going to have to be careful, of course, once he gets up there to try to find a way through and then try to get back up to speed. May not quite get to the field here. Or the second time around, as you can see, he gets to the back. There he goes. They all jump to the inside. He's going to fly by around the outside here. So he's going about 160. Oh, no. Good thing that was a pace car because he just caught it. But he's going to be able to keep going barely there. Just scrapes the barrier there, but keeps on going. As I said, even under these conditions, it gets a little bit hairy here at Monza. So that does give us everybody back on the lead lap. Like I said, Randy Miner, though, unfortunately, he's going to be a fair bit off the pack here. But we'll see what happens if, like I said, we'll see how the race goes and see if we need to throw another yellow or not. I'm hoping that we might be able to keep it green. We're going to be starting here with just under 28 minutes to go. Looks like probably about 27 and a half minutes left in this one once we get back underway here. And yeah, it'll be fun to see a lot of drivers here on the inside line on this restart. A few drivers did top off on that one to go as well, so it'll be fun to see what the strategy is going to be for some of these guys here. So Charles Johnson, our pole sitter on that inside row. He's got the 53 of Quabi Brooks to his outside. Then you got the 071 and the 55. Green flag is out, and we are back underway. And actually, Randy Miner not too far back. He's just coming off turn number 4 with the full head of steam here. So I'll say with that momentum, he might still be able to catch the back of these guys. See, field pretty singled out there. You see Randy just in the background there, off the back of these guys. And you can see on the ticker, it shows them looks like about 5-6 seconds off of the last car in this lead pack here. So I would not count Randy out here to say if things keep spread out like they are, then he might be able to start to get in that back of the toe, be able to start working his way forward. There's Gabe working on taking out those bollards now as well in that one machine. So it looks like they didn't stick to his car at least, so I think that's a better position than where some of we saw the other guys there. I just saw Matt Wagner. Oh, Matt Wagner had a moment. He's going to grab a gear, keep going. And so unfortunately, he did all the hard work to get everybody back on the lead lap there. Let's take a look and see what happened to him here. Oh, Kevin Freeze gets into the right quarter panel of the 11 car. And saying that sends Matt for a ride. Big hits, but luckily again, no damage, so he's going to be all right. But I say it definitely drops him a fair bit back here though on his own. So we've still got these guys all grouped together here up front, about the top 7 it looks like. As Gabe again just shows those bollards who's boss in that one machine. And then a little bit off the back is that 25 and the 87 car, Raymond Rittenauer and Kevin Freeze. And we mentioned that 1-1 Randy Miner. He is just out of touch of those guys, but definitely starting to kind of creep into that drafting distance. And I didn't show the whole replay because I left that thing on as always. So basically though, the 25-11 got together. Apologies for not turning it back on. I'm still trying to get better at those little mistakes, but at least it's during a fun race though, right? Yeah, sorry about that. It's a rookie mistake. You hate to see it. All right, I'm gonna hop here prematurely over to that one car of Gabe Butler. Oh, as I do that, he doesn't hit the bollards. He proves me wrong, of course. I thought I had it timed perfectly, but he's gonna prove me wrong here as they're gonna head into turn number 1. Again, 2x2, not the easiest thing to do, but these guys doing a great job so far. You see Todd Siebel's trying to keep kind of between the wall and the one car. Gabe's going to grab that spot here through turn number 2. Gets to the outside of Eric Laurie as well. Right now, Gabe is on a big charge here. Gets pinned behind the 53, though. Quabi Brooks, he's got to roll out of it a little bit here down the back. Oh, 101 to Randy Miner. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. That's not what he needs to see. He's going to take a toe. So that's gonna. Oh, actually, we got trouble up front as well. Oh, Eric Laurie, Bud Steele, both pinned into the wall. I think both look like they're gonna also have to take a toe. Let's see what happened to the two of them. It looks like they're in front of this. So you see the 6 of Bud Steele on the inside line. You see Eric Laurie on the outside. Eric catches the wall on the exit there. Right hooks the 6 of Bud Steele. You see the 45 Todd Siebels. He also, big contact for Todd Siebels. He's going up and over in that car. And then here comes Bud and Eric here. They're going to catch the outside wall. And then, both catch the wall there. And so it looks like they both kind of get jammed into it. And then for Todd Siebels, he's still trying to get that car gathered. Catches another section of the wall just for good measure there. Grabs the gear, though, keeps on going. So he's going to be able to get going again, though. As you see there, Robbie Richards puts down the fastest lap of the race that last time by in that 16 car. So he is in the 3rd position here. And so right now, it looks like, unfortunately, Randy Miner looks like he went ahead and retired from the event tonight. Eric Laurie, Bud Steele, Bud just now leaving the pits. Eric now leaving the pits as well. So that's going to trap the 2 of them 1 lap down. Like I said, with the way things are going here, I think we'll again probably throw another caution at an opportune moment to maybe have a last run to the finish here. But say right now we've got 22:30 left in this one, so we'll work with the group and let them kind of decide when that'll be the right time to do so, because right now the 6 and the 071 got about a full straightaway or so on the 3-pack here up front. You see Gabe Butler, he decided it was go time in that one machine. We saw him make some big moves. He was able to get to that front. Now back up in front of Charles Johnson there. You see that we did mention Robbie Richards. He's there in 3rd. And then you got Robbie Richards there, Quabi Brooks in 5th. So right now top 5 here all within about half a second of one another. And then after everything that went on there, the rest of the group really separated. Dean Wilkinson about 5 seconds off. Behind him, he's got the 25 and the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer and Kevin Fries. Say they're definitely running some pretty quick lap times with those two, drafting with one another right now, running in the mid to high 47s, where a lot of the leaders were actually running a little slower the last time by. This time they pick it up, but these guys definitely running some pretty fast lap times in that 87 and the 25 machines. And we saw Todd Siebels, he had his moments in the 45 car. He's been able to hook up with Matt Wagner, so they're going to also do the same thing here, try to pick up some speed here, minimize some time loss. But like I said, there'll be another yellow. We'll get everybody back together, have some more fun here. As I do need to mention, Bud Steele, you see he's back out on track along with that 071 of Eric Laurie. And I said, as they are about to hit turn number 1, here comes that one of Gabe Butler coming out of turn number 4. Like I said, they've got about a full straightaway advantage still over that one machine, which is actually now the 9 machine of Charles Johnson. It's like Robbie's trying to make a move inside Gabe Butler here down the back, entering turn number 3. He's going to enter it low. He's got to be careful not to wash up too much. You see he had to roll out of it a little bit. That's going to give Michael Spell a bunch of momentum here through the turn. But he's not going to be able to quite clear them. You see, a little bit of contact for Michael to the wall. He's going to hang on to it, though. You saw Gabe Butler, he got really loose off of turn number 4 as well. They are able to keep it clean and keep on going here. Say as we cross line, just under 20 minutes to go, I should say, in this one. Lap times are about 47-48 seconds long, so a little less than a minute per lap here. So you can kind of take that for the numbers here. Say obviously if it's a minute in the lap, you'd have about 20 to go, but with it being a little shorter than that, we'll have a little bit more. It looks like probably about another 25, maybe at most 30 laps to go in this one, as they head down back into turn number 1. So one thing we haven't mentioned, you notice the guardrails, though. You see those guardrails right at the entrance of those turns right there into turn number 3. So you can definitely go from about 190, 200 to 0 if you hit it wrong. Let's say same thing goes here into turn number 1 as well. We'll hop on board Charles Johnson. We'll show you as he hits down the front stretch right here. And you're going to see just off to your right here in just a second, right after those little bollards right there, that will very much end your race in a very quick fashion if you catch that as well. I think we're going to see that at some point in this race before we get to the end of it. So I think somebody's either going to try to trick somebody and lead them into that wall, or maybe give them a little bit of little love tap, if you will, to get him up into that wall as well. But right now, so everybody's still holding pretty steady. You see that second group actually though. They are making good time with Kevin Freeze, Raymond Rittenauer, now Dean Wilkinson in there as well, running in the about a tenth or two quicker than that lead pack. Right now, just under 6 seconds off the lead here. All right, so while we're watching this, I think the most dedicated viewer I've got right now on our YouTube here is SimRacer. So SimRacer, we've got about 17 minutes left in this one. What time left remaining do you want to see that last caution, or hopefully at least my plan is to have the last caution thrown? What are your thoughts on when this last yellow should be to bunch everybody back up and let them have at it for the remainder of the race? All right, well, let's put some people on the spot. So we're gonna jump into drivers' channels while they're talking or while they're racing. Hopefully, we don't catch anybody during a poor time, because that'd be embarrassing. And hopefully, it wouldn't get me in trouble. But you never know on that one. So we're gonna start things off with that group with Eric Laurie, Gabe Butler, Kevin Freeze, and Raymond Rittenauer. So I'm gonna hop over here, harass these guys mid-race. So we're just gonna grab the whole team here. All right, so we've got about just over 60 minutes left. When do you guys want to see that last caution thrown to get the 6 of Bud Steele, 071 of Eric Laurie back on the lead lap, and then from there just race it out to the end? Oh, I think we should see how pit stop cycle things out. Then that's what we'll do is we'll let this pit stop cycle go through, and then we'll see how everybody cycles out. That way it gets a little bit of practice, and then we'll throw that caution. I think that's a really good thing to see, as we have not had that green flag pit stop here at Monza yet. So good luck. I say it's been fun watching you work your way to the front there, Gabe. So you were definitely making that high line work. So we'll let you get back after it here, and we'll bug you guys soon. All right, so that's gonna. I think I like that idea from them. I say with the green flag pit stop coming up soon, I think that'll be a lot of fun to do. So what we will find is, let me see how busy Matt Wagner's looking right now. Yeah, he's leading that group. He's all right. So we're gonna bug that number 11 here of Matt Wagner as well. So let's see. Let's pull Matt on. Pull Matt on in here, say he can talk and drive at the same time while he's getting shoved by that 45 Todd Siebels. All right, Matt, so it sounds like you guys are pretty close to a round of green flag pit stops. Is that the case for you as well? All right, so my thought is we let the pit stop cycle through, and then let's go ahead and throw that yellow, get some drivers their laps back. That way make everybody get a pit stop under their belt here, and we'll throw that hopefully final caution to let everybody go after it at the end there. So I'll leave it to your discretion here, sir. Once the pit stop cycles are done by all the drivers, if you need, I can let you know when that does happen, and then have you throw it and get some of these drivers back on the lead lap. All right, that is our driver slash admin slash commentator Matt Wagner in that 11 car. So he's going to be racing on Tuesday for the Indy on the Indy Series to try to get a championship under his belt. And Dean Wilkinson, I think Charles Johnson. I'm not sure if they both had issues or if there's pit stops going on right now. Yeah, it looks like schedule stop for Charles here, but I saw something happen to Dean Wilkinson. So that camera angle is showing us nothing. So let's go back and see what happened to them. Alright, so we see the 9 car here. It looks like he's just going to duck in the pits nice and early. Yep, there he goes. But I saw Dean, though, as well. We'll see what happened to Dean in the 55 car here. So see, he was kind of running off on his own. I think it may have just been the pit stop. Yeah, oh no, just big shot for Dean there, unfortunately. He takes a really big hit. He winds up and takes the tow. However, we got a big chunk of the group here now in the pits. So we'll actually look from the gearbox of that one of Gabe Butler. You see him in the pits. He's the 53 of Quabi Brooks as well. I think we just saw in front of him the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer, and you see caution has just gone out. during this pit stop cycle. So I think that's going to pretty much get everybody back onto the same running order here. I'll say they'll have to kind of get things squared away as to kind of get everybody in the right order here. So actually, oh, it looks like we had a big wreck on the pit exit, actually. Todd Siebel's getting a big shot there. Let's see what happened to Todd here. Oh, 'cause something... Oh no. The 16, the 45. I think the 16 probably got the worst of it there, Robbie Richards. I say, let's see if he was able to get on his wheels. He was. He's able to grab a gear and get going again. Again, luckily damage is off, but yeah, brutal hit for Robbie there. So say right now, we got a lot of kind of some people in the pits. So say they're going to have to get everything reorganized here, because right now I can't honestly tell who is where in position-wise. So admin's going to have their work cut out for them a little bit to get this squared away. So right now I'm showing Matt Wagner as tail end of the lead lap, if I'm not mistaken here. So yeah, so we'll kind of wait and see where everything's going on right now. Because I also see a lot of cars in the pits here. We saw the 53 of Quabi Brooks. I'm not sure, maybe a pit penalty for him. I think it's a tow actually for him and Michael Spell. So let's do some more hunting here. Alright, let's go see if we can figure out what happened to this 53 as well. Ah, it was not a scheduled pit stop for the 53 or the 88. We'll take a look here. So we're watching the 88 of Michael Spell. Oh, you see the 11 of Matt Wagner go straight to the left, or to the right, I should say, in front of the field. He takes out the 11. So you see Quabi, I think he went over to the right to try to avoid it. He met the wall with pretty solid force. The 88 of Michael Spell as well. He goes for a ride. Actually goes through the road course. I think winds up getting reset back. So, but we're talking about the 180 or so to 0 for the 55 or for the 53 of Quabi Brooks. Let's go back. I can show you exactly what that feels like. I was saying in VR, this is. I know he drives in VR. This is probably very frightening for him. So I say at this point he sees none. There's Matt Wagner. Matt goes straight left, right into them, and dead stop. That's going to leave a mark for most normal races. So right now, say everybody's getting squared back out here. It looks like, trying to see, it looks like everybody's on the tail end of the lead lap. Still waiting for a few drivers to be able to get out of the pits, though. I think their tow's still ongoing. So yeah, so right now I'm trying to get things back reorganized. Lights are still on the pace car though, so luckily they still have another lap to go. But right now, say the ones that I'm watching that are going to be those couple guys we just mentioned, the 53 here, the 88 there, and then the 45 of Todd Siebel's. Those three still waiting for their toes to finish so they can get back out on track. And say with the fact that their toes were, I think, right at pretty much right after start finish line, it's a very long toe, unfortunately. So say lights are off on the pace car. We'll see if they put the lights back on to go one more time around. Like I said, we still got 3 cars in the pits here that haven't been able to get released as of yet. Alright, now showing Michael Spell leaving the pits, Quabi Brooks leaving the pits as well. And I'm getting more confused now because now you got drivers passing the pace car. And I think they were supposed to be behind it, so I think everything's all sorts of thrown off here now. Alright, we're trying to get everything sorted back out here, so you can see lights are back off. So we're going to have a kind of a sprint finish here. It looks like it's going to be probably about 4 or so minutes left by the time they say they're going to complete this lap, and then the lights should go off and we'll get back after it. I think people are all kind of... The word when the caution came out probably wasn't the best time, so I think it threw everybody off a little bit here. So yeah, so what's going to happen though is this is going to be a kind of a sprint to the finish here after it's all said and done. So you see the rest of the group coming to the back there. You see Eric Laurie, he just caught up as well. Robbie Richards, Michael Spell, Quabi Brooks, Matt Wagner, they're going to catch the back of the field as well here. And then I think we'll see the lights go off the pace car this time around. We're going to watch from the one of Gabe Butler and see if that is the case. As you can see, he's pushing that bollard around here on the track. Hey Jack, long time no see. Hope you are doing well, sir. And yep, lights are off, so we're going to get things one to go here for this hopefully final. This will definitely be the final stretch to the finish here. So we're going to probably be restarting this one with a little. It's going to be a sprint to the finish at this point, though, with we're at 4 minutes and 15 seconds now. But we got everybody back into the mix here, so yeah, it's going to get wild here. I think some drivers having a little bit of fun with one another. Hopefully Michael can get it going again there in the 88 car, because sometimes it'll get a little bit stuck on the banking transition. He does grab a gear. He's back and going again. So yeah, so it's going to be, looks like Gabe Butler and Raymond Rittenauer up front. And then you've got Charles Johnson, Kevin Freeze, and Bud Steele. And then you see the rest of the field here all trying to get lined back up. So yeah, so we're going to have a late restart here, probably just under actually 3 minutes to go in this one. So this is going to be basically a sprint to the finish here at the end of this one. So you got basically 10 drivers all going to be vying for that for the top spot here tonight. Like I said, all just for fun before we get into that 3-race playoff. And then, like I said, next week it'll be kind of business as usual for these guys. Everybody will have their game face on, and we'll be going back after it. Alright, so now I'm showing Michael Spell at the front, so I say we'll see. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but pace car is in, and we are just about back underway. And I think now we're back under green, as a kind of a cluttered restart there, but we're back under green. And let's say, so right now you got the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer in the lead, Charles Johnson there in second. Oh, something happened to Gabe Butler in the one machine. Can't even find him on the map here. Where is that one car? Oh, he's not where he needs to be. Let's see what happened to the one here. We'll watch from the onboard here. Grabs a gear. Oh, he's just at the wrong track. They gave running too many laps at the road course instead of the oval, unfortunately, it looks like. So that's going to put him back into the pits. But I think Gabe just probably having some good fun here at the end. So we got a minute and a half remaining, so it looks like 2 to go here at Monza. Right now, Raymond Rittenauer leading the point. He's got Charles Johnson behind him, then Kevin Freeze, Bud Steele, Eric Laurie. So to say, now we got 9 cars in this lead pack here, all vying for that top spots here tonight. Like I said, all just for good fun, but yeah, so again, everybody's going to want to try to win these races here, so we're going to see how these last couple laps pan out here. Oh, close there between the 87 and the 9 there, entering turn. Oh, Robbie Richards caught the wall. He's able to hang on to it, though. So we're going to come around here, and I believe this will be for the final time, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see on our, hopefully on the ticker here, we'll maybe be able to catch the spotter, or the flagman, I should say, as well, as they come down the front stretch here. I don't know about you guys, flagman was a blur for me, but it's showing 1 to go on my side. As you see Quabi Brooks, he puts the fastest lap down of the race here. as these guys are definitely starting to go for it here. So I'd say based on the aggression here, I'm thinking that this is probably about go time here for this last ditch, last effort to get to the front. Right now, Raymond's still holding the point. He's got Kevin Freeze behind him. Now you got Bud Steele and Charles Johnson side by side as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, we see contact. Oh, a lot of cars contact around the back. There are a bunch of them going around here. And as they come across here to the line, we'll see. I'll say okay, yeah, there it goes. It says finishing. So I think after all this is said and done, I think Raymond Rittenau are going to get the win here. Over Kevin Freeze, and then you got the 87 of Eric Laurie in third, Quabi Brooks in fourth. But the way these guys are staying with the throttle, I'm not sure if this one's over yet. Let's say these guys might be proving me wrong, but I say this. Unfortunately, these time races make things very difficult to know exactly when the finishes are here. I think these guys might just be doing one more lap just for the fun of it here. So we'll watch them though. We'll keep watching this battle here. As see Kevin Freeze, he's been able to get to the point. So we'll see if there's any shenanigans afoot here coming to the end here. Right now, everybody's still staying right on one another. There it is. I was waiting for something. And unfortunately, I think all of them hit it so hard that they all got thrown out of the track. Oh, there's a couple cars. 25 Kevin Freeze, 53 Quabi Brooks. Unfortunately, they didn't show their air time here. Let's go back. We'll try to get a better look at it. So we'll start with Kevin Freeze here in the 25. There's Kevin getting some majestic air in that number 25 Miller Lite machine. As in the background, you see Quabi Brooks didn't quite hit it as well. Definitely does some good barrel roll points though for the 53 car as well. But yeah, so they said everybody just having a good time tonight. It says a lot of just here to have some fun. So yeah, so appreciate everybody that was able to join in and watch on the broadcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Unfortunately, Kevin, he's stuck on the wall. He can't do anything there. So I think the 53 is out. He survived, so I think survival is a victory in itself for the 53 car. Actually, I'm not even sure where he is on track in that 53 machine, because it is definitely not the normal track location there. All right, so we're gonna go back a couple laps. We'll grab some of our top drivers to interview. And say Raymond Rittenau are getting the official win. And Eric Laurie being our third place finisher. We'll grab him first. Actually, you know what? We'll just grab everybody. I'm just gonna come to them. Instead of grabbing you guys one by one, I'm just gonna grab all of you guys at once. That's easier. Because say you got 1, 2, 3, and
sitting inside your car, Gabe, and I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, maybe don't sit inside the car. I'm outside the car looking at it.
I can see him inside.
Yeah, so Gabe, did you get lost there in turn number 1? So I'm just gonna grab all of you guys at once instead of trying to pull you all individually for interviews time for the fun of it. So on that restart, you say you may have went a little bit left too early there. Is that just you want to do some road course racing?
I was thinking about it, but I collected all those orange and white pollards, and they got trapped underneath the hood. And then on the pace lap, they start popping up to my hood, and they were blocking my windshield on the restart.
Well, you gotta hate when that happens. I was curious to see if that was gonna wind up doing anything to hurt you guys at the end of it. So obviously here to just to have some fun, blow off some steam and everything before we get to kind of to the serious business of the playoffs. And so if I'm not mistaken, I think we've got 3 of the 4 of you. So unfortunately, Raymond, this was not your season time, unfortunately. So let's say we'll pull you in on this one as well. So what's your game plan for those last 3 races? Are you just gonna be going for your own glory, try to get some wins, or are you taking the highest bidder to see who you're going to be able to push at the end of these races?
I'm gonna try to win, but I'm gonna help whoever needs it before that. So if somebody needs help, I'm gonna try to be there for them.
Nah, so I say always. I mean, say we talk about how you guys are such good teammates and how well you work together week in week out. So I mean, obviously we'll have that again here tonight. With or not tonight, sorry, in the next 3 races, I'm sure you guys will be working together until it's really go time. So that kind of puts you. So Eric, Kevin, and Gabe say. So what are you guys thinking on these next races? Obviously, the goal to, I'm sure have at least the 3 of you in that final 4. And then what's the thought on that 4th race? Is it just at that point kind of all hands on deck, go for it, just go for it yourselves, or still going to try to work together to make sure it's at least one of the 3 of you?
Well, we're definitely much stronger when we all work together. I think that's why we've been so successful, is because we aren't selfish as a team, and we put the team before everything.
What are your thoughts going into this one, Eric?
I'm with Kevin on all that. It's just teamwork.
All right. So, I mean, just awesome job though tonight, guys. I say you guys. I say it was a lot of fun watching. So obviously things didn't go the greatest there for you, Kevin. On the initial start, but then able to get back up there and have some fun with those guys at the end. And a little bit of a chaos on the restart, trying to figure out who was where, laps and all that. So it took a little bit to get that rearranged. Unfortunately, I think probably threw the caution just a little earlier than would have been ideal there. But yeah, so I guess the end goal though. So hopefully you guys had some fun tonight to blow off some steam before we get into business again next week, though.
Oh yeah, anytime you can race at Monza, it's a blast, and especially with everything that was going on. I think that if the race played out caution free, right, I may have had a chance to catch the field because we were running pretty good lap times.
Yeah, you guys were closing. I was watching your 2 lap times, and yeah, each lap you were a couple tenths quicker than that lead pack. So I think you were spot on there. And of course, we know how efficient you guys are on the pit stops as well. Getting those in laps, out laps are so critical. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun to watch. You guys, I think you probably got top score on the ramp at the end of the race as well, Kevin. Unfortunately, I think Raymond hit so hard it just basically just reset his car instantly. Unfortunately, but you got some pretty good air there.
But I went probably through space.
Yeah, it was enough where I think iRacing got mad. It's like, no, we're just gonna throw you back to the pits there. But no, it was fun to watch. I hope you guys had fun doing it. Maybe look at doing some more of these fun races during the off season or something like that, or even like I said, maybe do this could be an interesting all-star race kind of a concept as well. I'm sure the gears are rolling on some of these guys trying to figure out what the best approach will be. So always fun watching you guys race. I had a lot of fun watching you guys have some fun and do what you do best. But enjoy this week and look forward to catching you guys for the playoffs coming up next week.
All right.
Thank you for putting on the broadcast tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, no problem. I was glad to be able to do this, and again, really appreciate your guys' flexibility to be able to help some of the guys out. I feel bad again for Matt Quick not realizing about the schedule. I apologize to him at the beginning of the broadcast too, having to haul back from the race at Kansas to be able to make it for this one to find out it was just a fun one. So yeah, unfortunately miscommunication happens, but we'll get it squared away. We'll bug you guys later. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you all soon.
10-4.
Thank you, bud.
All right.
All right. That was pretty much all the top 3. Unfortunately, didn't grab Charles Johnson in that mix, but we will pull up our final results tonight. See, Raymond Rittenauer getting the win over Kevin Freeze, Eric Laurie there in 3rd. Actually, no, we did get all 3 of them. I apologize. I'll say my timing and scoring on the other side is all thrown off now. Colby Brooks in 4th, Matt Wagner 5th, and then you got Bud Steele there in 6th, Charles Johnson, Robbie Richards, Michael Spell, and Gabe Butler. Unfortunately, those bollards got the worst of him. Luckily, they don't really have those usually at the Daytona Talladega iRacing Superspeedway, so I think he'll be all right for those remaining 3 races. Then the rest of the group here, Todd Siebels, Dean Wilkinson, Randy Miner, unfortunately they all retired a little early this evening. And then, of course, myself, I did not run a lap. So luckily I still finished ahead of Matt Quick, James Ledford. So I did the best I could, so I was at least able to get 14th tonight. Pretty good result for myself. I'll definitely try to do better next time, though. So yeah, This is going to be playoff week, though, now coming up. Let's say all 3 series are going to start their first round of the playoffs. We're going to start with the Indy cars. On Tuesdays, we'll be back. I'll be back there with Steve Gottschalk. We'll be going over those final 3 races. Should be a lot of fun. Let's say, and of course, Thursday we'll start off the Cup Series playoffs as well. Let's say again, all 3, and then of course here's on Sunday for the Superspeedway side. It's going to be the same thing. All 3 races, or all 3 series, I should say, will be 3 races. First 2 are going to drop it from 8 to 4. And that last race in all 3 series is going to be the final 4 battling it out for the championship. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Say we'll see what the strategies are going to be for these drivers, and say kind of be some I'm sure avoid some damage, avoid being in trouble, and try to get the best results you can. And I think others are just going to be going for it all, try to get max points in the first 2 races. So looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun one. Just to blow off some steam, have some fun tonight. We'll be back on Tuesday, like I mentioned, with Steve Gottschalk. And yeah, I hope you all had a wonderful evening tonight. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I look forward to catching you all on Tuesday. So until then, if you can, of course, as always, try to stay home, stay safe, definitely wash your hands, and until Tuesday, have a good night, everyone.